Hey guys, Mr. Mewman back here again today. And today I have another master set for you. So this one is the latest expansion, Vivid Voltage, which just came out a couple weeks ago. So a little bit about this set. This set has a total of 345 cards and 3 of what I call exclusive cards. So cards that you can't pull out of packs, but you can get from a theme deck or somewhere else. And I'll point those out as I'm going through the video. And I'll also have those listed down in the description below. So as I said, 345 cards plus the 3. Out of those, there are 203 different ones, and then of course the 142 reverse holos. So I've been asked about my binders a lot. So these are ultimate cards. I get these from Burning Tree Gaming. They've treated me well so far, so I'm pretty good at shipping. And I like the 4 across for most of mine, except for if it's a smaller set, I will use the 3 across. But this one I do like the 4 across. So I do list out the reverse holo right next to the normal common or uncommon or holo, whatever it is. I don't like to stack it on top because if I'm including it in my set, I want to be able to see all the cards in the set. And I do use I think they're KMC Perfect Fits for all the commons, uncommons, reverse holos. And then I use sleeves that I either get from, I think they were the trainer toolkits for all the ultra rares. So with that being said, let's kind of get into this set, starting here with the grass Pokemon. Of course, everyone's favorite bug Pokemon here, Weedle and Kakuna, and then Beedrill, Execute, Executor, and Yanma. So Yanmega, Pineco, our first Amazing Rare, and Celebi. So I can probably just lift it up like that. So I do like the Amazing Rares in this set. There are a total of 6 of those. You will see all 6 as we go through the video. Celebi, of course, is one of my favorite Pokemon, right behind Mew, actually. So I do like Celebi. Moving on to Seedot and Nuzleaf, and then Shiftry, and then Nincada and Ninjask, Shaman, a holo there, and Genesect a holo. Then we go into Skiddo and Go-Goat, and Delmise. So now kind of as we get into here, we start to see some of our first Vs that we have in this set. With Orbeetle V and Orbeetle VMAX. And then, of course, Zarude, the new mythical Pokemon from Sword and Shield. Now we move into basically everyone's favorite, the Charmander Charmeleon line. And then, of course, the Charizards. So this is one of the exclusive cards here I mentioned. I might just hold the binder up here. So this Charizard in the middle is the Charizard from the theme deck. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it is a shattered holo. I do include this, as I said, in my masters that you can kind of see it there. I have the rare, and then I have the reverse holo, and then of course I like to keep that in there. Okay. So from one thing I would like to point about this Charizard is we have seen with previous sets where they will take usually a holo and they make it into a gold shiny card. So I wouldn't be surprised if eventually we did see this Charizard be remade as a gold shiny, kind of what we've seen with Frostmoth and Rillaboom, Obstagoon, Oranguru. So I don't know if they would do that for sure, but Pokemon seems to really love Charizard, and we already have our shiny Charizard V. But it wouldn't surprise me if we see a gold one of these shiny sometime in the future. But don't take my word for that. That's just something that I'm kind of predicting, and we'll see if they actually do. You would think they'd run out of Charizard cards to print, but that would definitely give them an opportunity for another one. So from there we move on to Flareon and Slugma and Macargo, and then another V card here in Talonflame, which I do like Talonflame with that fast flight attack there, basically being able to use it when you're going first. Moving on to Vaporeon, Wailmer, and then Wailord. And then some more water Pokemon here in Oshawott, Dewott, and Samurott. Galarian Darmanitan V and Galarian Darmanitan VMAX. That's a mouthful. Choodle, and then Drednaw. So here's another version exclusive is what I'm claiming. This is the Shattered Holo of Drednaw. And I will lift that up so we can kind of see. You might be able to see this one a little bit better than the Charizard. Yep, you can see it right there. So that came from the Drednaw theme deck. So I did include that as well. So that is 2 of our 3 exclusives. And they may add more later on. I know from the Sword and Shield base set, they've added so many non-holo exclusives, even in recent. I think the new Zacian deck that came out has 2 in there that I'm going to go back and add in. But yeah, they can release more at any time that they want. But as of now, there's just the 3. So we move on to Cramorant and Arcuda and Barraskewda. And now we move on to everyone's favorite in this set, Pikachu V and then Pikachu VMAX. Of course, this is the normal full art version here. So let's hold that nice Pikachu up. I think we pulled 3 or 4 of those. 3 of them? I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look exactly. I want to say 3. And moving on, Voltorb and Electrode. And then from there we go on to Jolteon and Zapdos. Ampharos V. So Ampharos is one of my favorite Pokemon from the Johto, region. And I think probably Heart and Gold was probably Heart Gold and Soul Silver were probably my favorite games playing. So we move on to Raikou, another amazing rare, Electrite and Manectric, Blitzel, Zebstrika, Joltik and Galvantula, Dynamo, Electric and Electros. And then moving on to Zekrom, Zeraora, and finishing the lightning Pokemon up with Pinchurchin. Moving on to Clefairy, Clefable, and Girafarig, Shedninja, Shuppet and Banette, and Duskull and Dusclops, and Dusknoir, Chimecho, Woobat, Swoobat, Cottonee, and Whimsicott. It is very interesting seeing these as psychic Pokemon instead of fairy, but with the discontinue of fairy Pokemon in the TCG, they've shifted them over to psychic. And Dedenne, and then same thing here with even Xerneas and Diancie. Used to seeing those as fairy typing. Moving on to Milcery and Alcremie, another amazing rare here in Zacian. And then going into our fighting, we have Wooper, and Quagsire and Shuckle, Phanpy and Donphan, Hitmontop, Regirock, Riolu and Drillbur, Terrakion and Zygarde, Rockruff and Lycanroc. I think Lycanroc was one of my favorites from Sun and Moon. I like the Duskmore better, though. Mudbraid, Mudsdale. And now we move on to Colossal V and Colossal VMAX. A great fun deck, which is definitely out there. That's new to the meta for sure. Basically using that Eruption Shot and pairing that from the Oranguru from Sword and Shield. Moving from there, we go on to Clobbopus from Graplocked, and then the Zamazenta Amazing Rare. And going into the Darkness type Pokemon, we have Poochyena, Mightyena, Sableye, Drapion V, Sandile, Crocorock, and Crocodile. I always mix those names up every time I kind of go through those. Moving on to Trubbish, and finishing out the Dark Pokemon with Garbodor. And then now getting into the Steel Pokemon, another Galarian Meowth. I think that's the 3rd one they've printed already. And Galarian Berserker, Fortress, Steelix V with its massive 250 HP here. We move on to Beldum, Metang, and Metagross. And then Jirachi Amazing Rare. This is probably my favorite of the Amazing Rare. This one or Celebi. I really like both of them. Of course, Jirachi is my other favorite Pokemon right behind Celebi. So I liked all the mythicals, Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, and then even going into Manaphy. I did like those 4. Those were probably some of my top favorite ones that I have. So from there we move on to Lucario, Dialga, Excadrill, and Ferroseed and Ferrothorn, Galarian Stunfisk, and then Aegislash-V and Aegislash-V-Max. Moving on to Magearna, Duraludon, Eevee with the nice comets going in the background there, Snorlax, and Lugia. Of course, Snorlax and Lugia are both pre-release promos, as well as with the Charizard and Donphan. And then Tailo and Swellow and Whismur. Loudred, Exploud. Here is the last Amazing Rare, and Rayquaza. Of course, Rayquaza is always a great Pokemon to get some kind of a special treatment, whether it's Amazing Rare, Shiny, whatever it might be. Moving on to Chatot. Our last V in here is our Togekiss V and VMAX, and I think we probably pulled 8 or 9 of those Togepi Vs, or Togekiss Vs, plenty of those. Tornadus, Pikipek, and Trumbeak. Toucanon is our last of the normal Pokemon before we move into our trainers, and we start with our trainers with Alistair and Bee, Beauty, Careless, Chichester Bath, Drone Rotom, Heroes Medal, League Staff, and then Leon is going to be our 3rd exclusive card. So normally it's a holo in the set, and of course you can get the reverse holo, But in the Charizard theme deck, and even in the Charizard build and battle kit, you get the non-holo Leon. So I've decided to include that in here as well. So of course, that basically, just to summarize our exclusive cards that I'm including, it is those Charizard and Drednaw Shattered Holos, and then of course the Leon non-holo here is the last of the 3 exclusives. From there, I move on to Memory Capsule and Moo Moo Cheese, Nessa and Opal, Rocky Helmet, which finally got a reprint after years, and Telescopic Sight. And you can kind of see this page is starting to get a little exciting here. Winden Stadium, Aromatic Energy, Coding Energy, Stone Energy, and to finish out the trainers and the energies, we have the Wash Energy. So from there, we are now moving on to the full arts, and I really do like the full arts from the Sword and Shield era. I think I probably like them more than Sun and Moon, just because they have a little bit extra color to them, and they're not just plain. But we do start with Orbeetle and Zarude, Talonflame, which is a really cool one, Galarian Darmanitan. I will pull this up for this Pikachu V full art. So we actually got this Pikachu V and the Rainbow Pikachu VMAX in the same box. So a really cool card. Glad we were able to pull that one as early as we actually did. So from there, we move on to Ampharos V, Alakazam V. So they actually leave the normal Alakazam out of the set. It will be a promo that I think is released maybe in January. I don't really like when they leave out normal cards from the set, but you know they do, and nothing we can do about it. Just get the promo, and I'll include that with my promo binder. From there, we have Colossal, and then another card that they leave out the normal version is the Galarian Sirfetch'd V, which we already have that as a promo. Again, they left it out of the set, or we actually got it before the set even launched. So those are the 2 cards, that and the Alakazam, that they left out of this set. From there, we go on to the full art Drapion, Steelix, Aegislash, and Togekiss. And now we're going to start getting into our trainers. I do like the full art trainers in this set, starting with Alistair. And this next page is, or this next, yeah, these next 2 pages are great here. So Bee and Beauty, Leon, and Nessa. I think we actually pulled 2 Nessas. Opal, Pokemon Center Lady. So Pokemon Center Lady was a promo, I believe, in Japan. So this is how we ended up getting the full art version. They included it in this set, so we will not get the rainbow version in this set. So going into the rainbow rares, though, we have Orbeetle VMAX, Galarian Darmanitan, and this right here is one of 2 rainbow Pikachus that we pulled. So yep, pulled 2 of these. Of course, as I said, the one had the full art Pikachu in the box as well. I will include both of those links in the description to where we pulled both of our Pikachus from. But yeah, very, very pleased to pull not 1 but 2 of those. But from there, we move on to the Colossal, Aegislash, and Togekiss, and then getting into our rainbow trainers: Alistair, Bee, Beauty, and Leon. And then Nessa and Opal round out the remaining of the rainbow trainers. And then here are the 2 gold Pokemon from this set. So the Galarian Obstagoon and Oranguru, of course, both in their shiny forms. And that's kind of what I was talking about with the Charizard earlier. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Charizard in the same kind of format as what we've seen here. So, I mean, just kind of thinking about it, if they always pick, you know, either popular cards or cards that are relatively good, it wouldn't surprise me if we do see a Charizard in that kind of form. But then our last 4 cards in this set, and I do like how this set lines up perfectly with the end of the binder here, is the Cape of Toughness, Hero's Medal, Memory Capsule, and Telescopic Sight. So it does work out perfectly. Unfortunately, you know, as soon as they release another exclusive card that I put in here, I'm going to have to shift everything, so this Telescopic Sight will get left off and move to the next page by itself. But as of now, it fits perfectly here on the last page. But that is the complete set here, the complete master set. As I said, all 203 cards, plus the 142 reverse holos. Overall, I really do like this set. I do believe it has the most secret rares of all Sword and Shield cards so far, with 18. It does make it a little bit difficult to collect when you do have that many secret rares compared to some of the other sets. But yeah, 18 is quite a bit to collect, but it definitely makes for a great final page here with all those together. But overall, maybe one of our favorite sets, maybe our favorite Sword and Shield set that we've opened so far, as we have gone through the other master sets from Sword and Shield this year. So this is the final set that was released here in 2020, and this is the final one that we've collected here. Some people have asked me about promos, so I do have a separate promo book, but I was hoping to fill it with all the Ds. You can see the D here for the rotation code or whatever they want to call it. I don't know if you can see that. I'll pull one up here. Just looking at Leon here at the bottom, you can see a little D. So I'm going to try putting all the promos or getting all the ones that have D in there, and then I'll eventually make a separate video for that. That way I do include all of those in there. But yeah, as said, great set overall. Hopefully they do print more of it. I know it's kind of hard to find right now. People are really looking for this Pikachu, and we're really excited that we pulled 2 of them. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. Thanks for all the support that we've had here. I know just trying to kind of get started here. We have I don't know, 6 master sets. This will be our 6th one maybe that we have on here. Of course, our other one is from Hidden Fates from last year's set. But we do plan on keeping making these videos every time a new set comes out, which the next one is our 25th anniversary set in February. So right now it's looking like it's going to be the Japanese Shiny Star V set. So that would be another great set to kind of go after with well over 100 shinies in it. But yeah, I want to thank you guys again for joining. Like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.